Hello, welcome to Krissy's Over the Mountain Crochet and Crafts. I am Chris, or Krissy if you'd like to call me that. Let's get started on this Premier Puzzle Poncho yarn. I recommend Premier Puzzle yarn. You'll need 2 balls for up through extra large. Then the plus sizes, you'll need 3 balls. But this yarn, I started with this yarn and I could not see my own video, so I am switching to a worsted weight yarn. But if you use, and I don't recommend this, it makes a tight, stiff poncho, but this Premier Puzzle yarn is perfect for this poncho. It gives you the flexibility that you need. So you'll need 2 balls of this. You'll need a J10 6-point crochet hook. I like to use a Susan Bates. So now I am switching, just for the video's sake, I am switching to a Red Heart Super Saver in a color that will show up on the video, and I'm switching to a K hook. I will not be making the complete poncho. I will just be walking you through the steps. So the first step is we need to chain 81. This is a top-down poncho. I'll go off camera and finish that, and I'll be back with you in a moment. I have completed 81 chains. 81 chains will make a large poncho. Remember, Premier Puzzle is the premium yarn to use for this poncho. So let me show you how I keep the chain from being twisted when I join in a ring and it's a long chain. I grab hold with the yarn that I hooked with, keeping the hook in working position. I'm holding onto the yarn, then I take my opposite hand and I run the chain strand through my fingers, making sure the top 2 chains or the V at the top is always visible. Just keep running. Now I'll drop and grab, keep running this underneath my thumb so that it stays straight. I'll drop it, grab hold of it again, and there's a little twist there, so I'm making sure it comes, that the loops are at the top. Now I drop, and I have my last chain right here. I'm going to take it and turn it. Now I don't have any twists in my chain. Now I still have my crochet hook in my working hand. I grab hold of the tail and I insert my hook and I join with a slip stitch. Just like that. Now I have a ring that is not twisted. Now the first step is chain 1 and single crochet in the joining stitch. Chain 3, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch, or that 3rd stitch. Okay, the next step is skip 2 and then shell in the 3rd chain. And a shell is 5 double crochets in that same stitch. All right, so we have a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, skip 2, and a shell. Now the sequence repeat starts. So the repeat starts right here. So we skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next chain. Chain 3, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet. Skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and 5 double crochets or shell in the next chain. Now this is the repeat. All right, that's looking nice. This is one of my favorite stitch sequences. It's a single crochet, chain 3, arch, single crochet, shell, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, shell, and we complete that all the way around. Let me execute one more sequence. All right, so it's 1, 2, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, single crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5 double crochets. Okay, it's looking just how it is supposed to. Now I'll finish this off camera and I'll come back and I will meet you at this first single crochet where we will join. That sequence, this sequence, is a repeat of 8 times for the large. I am at the end of the repeat. This is the beginning. I have one more shell to make, so I will skip 2 and execute 5 double crochets in this chain, so I have executed a shell here. I need to join. I'll be skipping these last 2 chains and joining with a slip stitch in the top of this single crochet. Now I need to slip stitch, starting round 2, I need to slip stitch into this middle stitch. So I'll slip stitch in this first chain, slip stitch into this chain, then I'll chain 1 and single crochet in this chain space. Now I'll be doing something interesting. I'll be executing a shell with ears. Now a shell with ears is this. This is where the repeat starts. The repeat starts with a shell with ears. I'll double crochet in the first double crochet of that next shell, double crochet in the second double crochet of that next shell, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the third double crochet or the peak double crochet or the peak stitch of the shell. So double crochet, chain 3, and then a single crochet. Now I'll chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3, double crochet in this next double crochet, and double crochet in this next double crochet, and single crochet in this chain 3 space. So let me go over that again. I made a shell with ears. I know that sounds silly, shell with ears, but it's a shell and it has 2 ears. So the 2 double crochets, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochets, then a single crochet in the chain 3 space. So let's go over this repeat one more time. We're skipping this single crochet. We're executing a double crochet in the first double crochet of the next shell, a double crochet in the second double crochet of the next shell, then a chain 3 and a single crochet in the peak stitch or the third double crochet of that shell, then chain 3 and double crochet, another shell with ears is made, and a single crochet. There we go. There we have it. We have 2 sequences made. Let me make that sequence one more time. So we are skipping this single crochet and we are executing a double crochet in the first double crochet, a double crochet in the second double crochet, a chain 3, single crochet in that peak stitch, chain 3, double crochet in the next double crochet in the next double crochet. There's the shell with ears. Now single crochet in this chain 3 space. Let me finish this. Let me go off camera and finish this, and I'll be back. So I'm at the end of the round, and I need to make one more shell with ears. Let me get that finished, and then I'll show you how to join and how to start round 3. So I executed a double crochet in the first double crochet, a double crochet in the second double crochet, and I chained 3. Looks like I need to add another chain there. I chained 3. Now single crochet in the peak stitch of that shell, chain 3, chain 3, double crochet in the next double crochet in this last double crochet of that shell. Now we are at the end of the round, so we will join with a slip stitch in the top of that single crochet. Now we're going to build a shell from here on out. So we will chain 3, and this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now we will execute 4 double crochets in this joining stitch to make the first shell of the round. 4, and 5. Okay, so I've just made a beginning shell, and a beginning shell is a chain 3 and 4 double crochets in that same stitch. Now I need to chain 1, single crochet in the first chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in that next chain 3 space, skipping the single crochet. Now chain 1. The repeat starts right here at this chain 1. After you make the beginning shell, the repeat starts at the chain 1, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, skipping that single crochet, chain 1, and a shell in this single crochet. And this is the end of that repeat. Now, again, the repeat is chain 1, single crochet, and we're skipping these double crochets also. Single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, skip the single crochet, and single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 1, and a shell in this single crochet space, skipping those double crochets that are part of the shells with ears. So the repeat starts right here at the chain 1, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 1, and a shell. That's the repeat. But let me go over the repeat one more time. It's a chain 1, skip these double crochets, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, skip the single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 1, and 5 double crochets, skipping these double crochets, 5 double crochets in this single crochet. I'll execute that all the way around and meet you. End of round 3, I need to execute one more chain 3, single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 1, and slip stitch in the third chain, 1, 2, 3, of that beginning shell. Now I'm going to chain 3, which will count as a double crochet. This is the beginning of round 4. That counts as a double crochet, and I'll double crochet in the next double crochet. So there we have 2 double crochets. Now we begin the shell with ears, and that's a chain 3, single crochet in that middle or peak stitch, chain 3, double crochet in the next double crochet in that last double crochet, and we executed a beginning shells with ears, and that first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now it's chain 1, single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 1, and skip this and execute a shell with ears. Single crochet, shell with chain 3, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 1, and a shell with ears. So the repeat starts right here, the chain 1, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 1, and a shell with ears. So that's the repeat. Chain 1, single crochet, shell with ears. I'll go on around and meet you at the join. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 4. I need to execute a chain 1 and slip stitch in that third chain of that beginning shells with ears. So there's the slip stitch. Now I need to walk my hook or my yarn to that chain 3 space, so I'm going to slip stitch in the next double crochet, slip stitch into this chain 3 space, chain 1, execute a single crochet in that chain 3 space, and then chain 4. Instead of chain 3, instead of a chain 3, we chain 4, single crochet in that chain 3 space. Now we're going to chain 2 and execute a shell in this single crochet. Chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 4, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, and double crochet 5 times to make a shell. Chain 2 and single crochet. All right, let's talk about where the repeat is. The repeat for the large to extra large is 8 times, and the repeat starts with chain 2, shell, chain 2, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. This is the repeat. It starts at the chain 2 and it ends at the single crochet, and you execute this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. At the end of round 5, you can see the lace stitches are starting to show up. It looks really nice. So I need to join with a slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet, now I need to slip stitch into this chain 4 space. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch 1 time into that first chain and then into that second chain, because I want that single crochet that I'm going to build and crochet right now to be at the center of that chain 3 space or chain 4 space. So now I will chain 2 and shell with ears in this next shell. So we're skipping the single crochet in the chain, so we're executing a shell with ears. So that's a double crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, a double crochet, double crochet, now chain 2, whoops, having trouble with that, chain 2, and single crochet in the chain 4 space. Chain 2, and a shell with ears. All right, we have 2 shells with ears already made. As we're adding the extra chains, this will start to round out and make a beautiful neckline. The repeat is shell with ears, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. And we execute that 8 more times all the way around to the end, and I'll meet you at the end of the round and we'll begin round 7. I'm at the end of round 6. I need to finish my shell with ears by executing 2 double crochets in the last 2 double crochets here. 1, whoops. Now chain 2 and join with a slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. See, this is the beginning single crochet. We skip all of this, join with a slip stitch. Now we're going to make a beginning shell, and the beginning shell is chain 3, and 4 double crochets in that joining stitch. Okay, so we're finishing the beginning shell. Now we'll be executing a chain 3. We were executing a chain 2, we're executing a chain 3, skipping those double crochets, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 4, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, skipping that single crochet, chain 3, and a shell in this single crochet, skipping these double crochets. Now, let's look at this repeat. So the repeat is we executed a beginning shell, and then the repeat starts right here at the chain 3. So after the beginning shell, it's chain 3, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 4, single crochet, chain 3, and a shell. So there is a chain 3 space before and after each shell, and a chain 4 space right here. And we will execute that repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round, and we'll move on to round 8. So we're at the end of round 7. We'll be moving on to round 8, and round 8 is the beginning of the chain 4 arch rounds. So we join with a slip stitch to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3, chain 1, and single crochet in that joining stitch. Now we're going to place a marker here because we need to keep track of where we started. Now we will chain 4, and single crochet in the 5th chain, and we will single crochet in the 5th double crochet of that shell. Now we will chain 4 again, single crochet in that next single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the next single crochet, skipping those chain spaces, chain 4, lost my yarn, and single crochet in the 1st double crochet of the shell, chain 4, single crochet in the 5th double crochet of the shell. All right, so the repeat starts right here. Chain 4, single crochet in the single crochet, previous single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the previous single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in that double crochet, chain 4, single crochet in that 5th double crochet, and that is the repeat. Let's do that one more time. Chain 4, single crochet in the single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the first double crochet of that previous shell, chain 4, and single crochet in the 5th double crochet of that previous shell. Now we'll execute that, we'll continue that on around. You can see the arch rows are beginning. We'll do several rounds of arch rows. Let me get back to the beginning and join, and then I'll show you how to continue the arch rows. So I'm at the end of the round. I need to execute one more chain 4 and join with a slip stitch to the beginning of that first single crochet. Now we should have 36. We need a multiple of 3 chain 4 arches or chain 4 spaces. And the next round is very simple. The next few rounds are very simple. I'll show you how that works. You need to slip stitch into this chain 4 space. This is round 9, and I slip stitch into the first 2 chains. You can do that if you want. You don't have to, but I like to do that. Then chain 1, single crochet in that arch, chain 4, single crochet in the next arch. I'm going to stop and put the marker in that first single crochet. So then the repeat is chain 4, single crochet in the next arch, chain 4, single crochet in the next arch, chain 4, single crochet in the next arch, and you get the picture all the way around. You chain 4 and single crochet in the next arch. I'll execute all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end, and we'll talk about the end of the round. I need one more chain 4, and I'll join with a slip stitch, move my marker, now slip stitch in the first chain and in the second chain. This round is a repeat of round 9. So round 10 is chain 1, single crochet in the arch, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the next arch or chain 4 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the next, and we do that on around. We execute this sequence. I really need to get that in there before I lose my first stitch. We execute these rounds through round 11. Let me get to the end of round 11, and then I'll show you what is next. Remember, you need a multiple of 3 chain 4 spaces. So let's get to the round 11. So very simple. When you hit the join, you join with a slip stitch. Slip stitch 2 times or 1 time in the chain 4 space. Chain 1, single crochet in that chain 4 space or arch, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet all the way around. Each round 9 through 11 is exactly the same. Let me get to the end of round 11 and we'll discuss what's round 11. I need to execute 1 more chain 4 and join with a slip stitch in the beginning single crochet. Now we will slip stitch 1, 2, and chain 3 and execute a beginning shell. So 4 double crochets in this chain 4 space, begins right here. We will chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 4 space. So then the repeat starts right here. Chain 2, single crochet in this next chain 4 space. Chain 3, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the chain 4 space, then chain 2 and shell in the next chain 4 space. Now that's the end of this repeat, and I'll go over this repeat again after I finish this shell. And remember, the shell is 5 double crochets. We have 4. I need to make 1 more. Okay, so here's the repeat again. Chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 4 space, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 4 space, chain 2, and a shell in the next chain 4 space. So I will finish this all the way around and meet you at the beginning of the round, and then the next round will be something totally different. We will build and fan these shells out. They will build out and make a fan. All right, I'll meet you at the end. So the repeat ends on a shell, but we still have a few unworked arches, so that's easy. Chain 2, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the last chain 4 arch, chain 2, and join with a slip stitch in the third chain of that beginning chain 3. So we'll execute the beginning chain 1 fan, which is chain 4, and double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet in this last double crochet. Now we chain 2 and single crochet in that chain 3 space. Chain 2 and execute a chain 1 fan here. So that is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, and then a double crochet in that final double crochet, and we have a chain 1 fan. And this is what the beginning of this round looks like. So the repeat starts at the chain 2. Right here's where the repeat starts, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, and then a chain 1 fan. And we will continue and execute this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round and I'll show you what's next. We're at the end of this chain 1 fan round. So we execute a chain 2 and we slip stitch in the third chain of that chain 4. And so this next round is all chain 2 fans. So I need to execute a beginning chain 2 fan, which is chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet in the top of the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the top of the next double crochet. Whoops, that's a single crochet. There we go. Chain 2, double crochet in this double crochet. I keep missing my loop there. Chain 2, double crochet in this last double crochet. Now there are no chains between the chain 2 fans, so we just immediately go into another chain 2 fan. So execute a double crochet in the first double crochet of the next chain 1 fan, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in this last double crochet. Now, isn't that nice? Remember, there are no chain spaces between the chain 2 fans. So this is the sequence we repeat all the way around. And let me get to the end of the round and I'll meet you. But remember, there is no chain space. We just immediately go into the next chain 2 fan. Let me get this finished and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, so we are at the end of the round, and just as before, there is no chain, so I'm going to join into the third chain of that beginning, chain 5. Now I will chain 2, but this does not count as a stitch, and I will double crochet in that joining stitch. So remember that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Now I execute a double crochet in this chain and the next chain and put that double crochet directly in the chain. Don't put it underneath the chain. All right, now a double crochet in the next double crochet in this chain, double crochet in this next chain, double crochet in the double crochet in this chain, double crochet in this chain, double crochet in the next double crochet in this chain, double crochet in this chain, and do not double crochet in this last double crochet. So we should have 12 double crochets. Remember, this chain 2 does not count, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 double crochets. So then we repeat that sequence in each fan around. So double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet in each chain and in each double crochet of the fan, except we leave this last double crochet unworked. I'll execute that all the way around and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, we are at the end of the round, and as you can see, we have these chain 2 fans, and now we have a round of double crochet stitches. Okay, so I will join with a slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet, bypassing the chain 2. Then slip stitch in the next stitch 2 times, chain 1, single crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, and skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and shell in the next stitch. So that shell will be right above that double crochet. Chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet, chain 5, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the next, and then the repeat starts over, and the repeat is chain 2, skip 3 stitches, and shell in this fourth or the next after you've skipped. And look, it is directly above this middle double crochet. Okay, so we have chain 2, skip 3, and a shell, chain 2, skip 3, and a single crochet, chain 5, skip 3, and a single crochet, chain 2, skip 3, and a shell. So chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet. Now chain 5, skip 3, and a single crochet. All right, so that's how this round goes, and I'll meet you at the end of the round and we'll see. We're at the end of this round. This is the end of round 16. We should have 12 shells. I've ended with a chain 5. That's my last sequence on this round, and then I join with a slip stitch to the beginning of the first single crochet. Then I slip stitch in the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and I slip stitch into this first double crochet of this previous shell, and I execute a beginning chain 1 fan. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This counts as a double crochet chain 1, then double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in this next double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in this last double crochet, then chain 2, and single crochet in this chain 5 space. Chain 2, skip this single crochet, and execute a chain 1 fan in this next shell. So that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the last, chain 2, and single crochet in the chain 5 space. Okay, let's look at this. So we're beginning the chain 1 fan sequence. This fan sequence is going to be repeated So these are the chain 1 fans with the chain 2 and a single crochet into the chain 5. So we execute that all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of the round and I'll show you what's at the end of round 17. I need to chain 2 and join with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3 of the beginning chain 4 of that beginning chain 1 fan. And now you can see we have a sequence of chain 1 fans and chain 2 fans and a sequence of double crochets, and now we're heading back into the chain 1, chain 2 fans. So now I need to build a beginning chain 2 fan. So I will chain 5. The chain 5 counts as a double crochet chain 2. So I'll double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in this next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in this next double crochet, chain 2, oops, that's a chain 1, chain 2, and double crochet in this last double crochet. Now there are no chain spaces between each of the chain 2 fans, just as before. So we skip all of this and just immediately double crochet in the next double crochet of that chain 1 fan. Chain 2, and then continue in the pattern just as before. So let me finish this chain 2 fan. And we are at that last double crochet, so I will not execute a chain past that double crochet. And I'll just immediately go into the next chain 2 fan right here. Then skip all of these stitches and a chain 2 fan. I'll execute that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 18. I've executed that last chain 2 fan, and I need to join in the 3rd chain. I'm skipping all of this, 1, 2, 3, in that 3rd chain of the beginning chain 2 fan. And now I'm at the end of that round. I'm ready to proceed to round 19. Round 19 is a repeat of round 15. Round 15 is you build up, chain 2, and you double crochet in each double crochet. So you make a double crochet in that joining stitch, double crochet in this chain, 1st chain, double crochet in the next chain, double crochet in the next double crochet, double crochet in the next chain, double crochet in the next chain, and just as in round 15, we double crochet in each stitch of the chain 2 fan except for the last double crochet. Do not double crochet in this last double crochet. Need a count of 12 double crochets in each chain 2 fan, so execute that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of round. We are at the end of round 18. We repeated round 15, so we join with a slip stitch, bypassing this chain 2 into the top of this double crochet, slip stitch 2 more times, 1, 2. We are on round 20 now. Slip stitch 2 times, chain 1, and single crochet in the next stitch. Now we chain 2. Now we skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and shell in the next stitch. And just as before, this is a repeat of round 16. And I'm going to execute round 20 all the way around and meet you at the end of round 20. I have executed my last shell. I need to chain 2 and join to the top of that single crochet. Let me go ahead and join and get you started really quick. Slip stitch to this single crochet. Then I need to walk my yarn to that first double crochet. So I slip stitch 2 times. So slip stitch into this double crochet and we will execute a beginning chain 1 fan. And a beginning chain 1 fan is chain 4, which counts as a double crochet chain 1, then double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, just as before, double crochet in the next, oops, that's a single crochet, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and continue on around in the pattern. I'll meet you at round 21. I've executed the chain 1 fans, single crochet in the chain 5 space, chain 2, and I'm going to join to the third 1, 2, 3, third chain of the beginning, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. Now just as before, we will build up and execute a chain 2 fan for round 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chains acts as a double crochet, chain 2. Now double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet. And you remember how we did this around. We execute a chain 2, double crochet, and then this is the last double crochet. We skip all of this and then begin the chain 2 fan in the next fan. So this, after we, let me finish that and get started on that second chain 2 fan for you. Very simple. Whoops. Double crochet. Now, no chains, just a double crochet in the next chain 1 fan in the first double crochet of that next chain 1 fan, chain 2, and continue on around. I'll meet you at the end of round 22. I'm at the end of round 22. I've executed my last chain 2 fan, and I'm kind of excited because we're going to do something different now. 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in that third chain, chain 1, and single crochet in the joining stitch. Okay, so single crochet in that joining stitch. Now we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet in this double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 4 again, single crochet in the next double crochet. This is a very simple round. Chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet in the next double crochet. We will execute that. We are starting to build chain 4 arch rows again. We will have a sequence of those. We are executing those only in the double crochet. We are so we will single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the next double crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the next double crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the next double crochet, all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of the round. When we get to the end of this round, you should have 60 chain 4 or arch rows. Okay, we are at the end of the chain 4 arch rows. I need to make one more chain 4 arch row. Those last 2 double crochets butt up against each other. The last double crochet and the first double crochet of the chain 2 fans like sit right next to each other, but you still need a single crochet in that last double crochet and a chain 4. Let me do that and then I'll show you how to join. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the end of this round 23. Now we're moving on to round 24. Round 24 is slip stitch into the chain 4 space. I like to go into the chain, chain 1, single crochet, chain 4. We're beginning a few rounds of arch rows. Just like that, we went straight from the chain 2 fans into arch rows. Let me do one more. Chain 4, skip the single crochet, and single crochet in that chain 4 space. Remember to place a marker in your first single crochet. Those first single crochets in these arch and chain 4 rounds tend to get lost. Execute that all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of round 24. I'm at the end of round 24. I have one more chain 4 arch to make. And I will join in that first single crochet, and then 25 and 26 will be a repeat of round 24. So let me go over the repeat. We'll move the marker. I'll go over it quickly. So we need to slip stitch in the first chain, slip stitch in the second chain, and then chain 1 and single crochet. Now it's chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet all the way around until we get to the first single crochet where the marker should be. This is where I want to put the marker until we get to the marker, and then we join with a slip stitch. Do that for round 25 and 26, and then I'll meet you at the end of round 26 and we'll proceed on to round 27. At the end of round 26, we'll proceed on to round 27 after I finish, but I wanted to fan this out a little bit so that you could see. There's our last fan sequence. We had 3 of those. This one does not have the double crochet round, but we went immediately into the chain 4 or arch rows. We're at the end of round 26. I need to make one more chain 4 and join to the single crochet. Okay, join with a slip stitch to that beginning single crochet. Now we slip stitch to the second, into the second chain, so just as before, slip stitch in the first chain, slip stitch in the second chain, chain 1, and single crochet in this same chain 4 space. All right, now we chain 3, and we single crochet in the next chain 4 space, then chain 2, and treble V. And a treble V is yarn over twice, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. That's a treble. Then chain 2, and then treble in this same space again. So the treble is yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and there's a treble V. Now next, we chain 2. Now the repeat sequence starts right here, and the repeat sequence is single crochet in the next chain 4, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 4. Let's look at that. We stopped right here at this treble V. The repeat starts with a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, then it's chain 2, treble V, chain 2, treble in that same stitch. And then we end the repeat with a chain 2. So let's go over the beginning. So I put a marker in the first single crochet. I had slip stitched into the first 2 chains, built up by chaining 1, and then single crocheted in that arch row or that chain 4 space. Then I chained 3, single crocheted in the next arch, chain 2, and then a treble V. Then chain 2, and the repeat starts right here at this single crochet. So it's single crochet, chain 3, chain 2, treble V, and then a chain 2. And we execute that all the way around until we get to the end of the round, and I'll meet you at the end of the end of round 27. You can see I have a treble V, chain 2, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2, treble V, and at the beginning I started with a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2, and treble V. So we're getting ready to join. If you have executed that sequence that I showed you just a moment ago all the way around, this is where you should be. You should be ending with a chain 2, a treble V, and a chain 2, and then joining with a slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet, there we go. We will slip stitch into the chain 3 space, chain 1, and then the repeat starts right here. We single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 2, and then a treble fan in the chain 2 space of the previous treble V. And a treble fan is treble, chain 1, treble, chain 1, treble, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, and a 3 treble fan in the chain 2 space. So this repeat is very simple, very easy. It begins with a single crochet. Let me put my marker there so I don't lose my spot. The repeat starts with a single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, and we're skipping this chain space, and execute a treble fan in the top of the treble V, chain 2, and that's the end of the repeat, because then we start all over again, and the repeat begins with a single crochet, chain 2, and a 3 treble fan in the top of this V and a chain 2. So we execute that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. We are at the end of round 28. I have executed my last treble 3 fan and chain 2. I need to join with a slip stitch, but I want you to see how things are looking. We have the treble 3 fan in the treble V all the way around. It's looking very lacy. Now I've executed the chain. I have already executed the chain 2, the treble 3 fan. This is the last one. So the chain 2 is the end of this repeat. So we join with a slip stitch in this joining stitch. I'm going to remove the marker. Now I need to execute a beginning treble V. And a beginning treble V is chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a treble in that joining stitch. So the joining stitch holds a beginning treble V. And this is a beginning treble V. Next we will chain 2 and drop over to this chain 1 space and single crochet. Now chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 1 space of that treble fan. So there's a beginning chain V, chain 2, single crochet in that chain 1 space of the treble fan, chain 3, single crochet in the chain 1 space of that treble fan, then chain 2. Now the repeat starts right here. The repeat is a treble V in this single crochet, chain 2, another treble in that same single crochet. So we've made that treble V in the single crochet. Now we will chain 2, skipping all of the chains and stitches underneath. We drop over to this treble 3 fan and we execute a single crochet. Chain 3 and single crochet in the other chain 1 space. So the repeat is treble V fan, chain 2, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2. So that is the repeat we execute all the way around. Treble V, chain 2, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2. So we're working in the single crochet and we're working in the treble fan. All other chains will be skipped. So let's continue that on around and I'll meet you at the end of round 29. We executed single crochets and chain 3 spaces in that treble 3 fan. We started out with a beginning treble V, which was 6 chains, which was 6 chains, which represented a treble and a chain 2. So that's our beginning treble V. So now we're going to slip stitch. I've executed one last single crochet. Let me go over the repeat that happened with this stitch. So the repeat happened with chain 2, treble V, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 1 space of the treble 3 fan, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2, then it was a treble V. So now we're going to join with a slip stitch to the 1, 2, 3, 4th chain of that beginning treble V. Now we're going to slip stitch into this chain 2 space and we're going to build up. We don't need to slip stitch into the chain, but we're going to build up and execute a beginning treble 3 fan. So beginning treble 3 fan is chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which represents a treble, chain 1. Now a treble, chain 1, treble, now chain 2, and single crochet in that chain 3 space. We skip all other stitches and chains underneath. Now chain 2, skip all of these, and then execute a treble 3 fan in the top of the treble V. Chain 1, treble, chain 1 and treble. That's a treble 3 fan. So you know how this sequence works. It's the same as round 28, which was single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, treble 3 fan, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, and we execute that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 30. And at the end of round 30, I have a beginning treble 3 fan, chain 2, single crochet, beginning treble 3 fan, and you can see now the position of the treble 3 fan has changed. The treble 3 fan is alternating positions. All right, so now we are going to join with a slip stitch. I've already executed my last treble 3 fan chain 2, single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 2, I'm going to slip stitch in the 4th chain because the 4 chains represent a treble stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch, and that looks exactly like a treble 3 fan. Now we are on to round 31. So we slip stitch into the 1st chain of this previous chain 3. You can go under if you'd like. Chain 1 and single crochet in that same chain 1 space, chain 3, skip the treble, chain 3, skip the treble, and single crochet in that next chain 1 space. So we have a chain 3. Now we will execute, and as you can see, we have a chain 3 space, single crochet, chain 3 space in this treble fan, and you will see that we are going to have a repeat. We will have a repeat of round 27, and round 27 was chain 2 and a treble V, and a treble V is treble, chain 2, treble, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 1 space of that previous treble fan, treble 3 fan, then chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. So there we have a chain 2, treble V, chain 2, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. So you guessed it, it's chain 2 and a treble V in the next single crochet. And we repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so we are at the end of round 31. I've been executing treble V's in the previous single crochets. We've been executing a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the previous treble 3 fan, and now I am at the end. I've executed my last treble V. I need to chain 2 and join with a slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. Now we're going to switch round 32 up just a little bit. We will no longer be executing treble 3 fans. We will be executing treble 5 fans. So we need to slip stitch into the 1st chain, then just go ahead and chain 1 and single crochet in this chain 3 space, chain 2, and execute a treble fan in the previous treble V. So a treble fan is treble, chain 1, treble, chain 1, whoops, treble, that's 3 so far, chain 1, treble, chain 1, we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a chain 1, then this last treble. This makes a treble 5 fan, or just a treble fan. And that looks nice. And now, you guessed it, chain 2 and single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Here's the chain 3 space. That's at the top of that treble 3 fan. Now chain 2 and a 5 treble fan in the top of that treble V. So chain 1, treble stitch, chain 1, treble stitch, chain 1, treble stitch, chain 1, last treble. And there we have the 2 treble fans, a chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, and a treble fan, and you guessed it, the next stitch is chain 2 and a single crochet in the chain 3 space. So let's execute that all the way around. It's fairly easy to remember, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. End of round 32, and I've just finished this last treble 5 fan. I've chained 2. I need to join with a slip stitch to this beginning single crochet. Now round 33 is a treble V round. Okay, so we'll make a beginning treble V, which is chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 chains represent a treble. Now the chain 2, 1, 2. So that's 6 chains. Now we execute a treble in the joining stitch. So we have our beginning treble V, chain 2. We will be skipping the first chain 1 space of the treble 5 fan and single crocheting in the second chain 1. So we skip all of those stitches, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, skip everything right here, chain 2, and treble V in the single crochet. Chain 2 and treble V. Now, just as before, we will chain 2, skip this chain 1 space, go to the second chain 1 space, and execute a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 2, skip these stitches and chain space and execute a treble V in the next single crochet. Chain 2, and then we execute this same sequence, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 2, treble V, all the way around. And I'll meet you at the end of round 33, and we will get started on round 34. We are at the end of round 33. We have started with a beginning treble V, then executed the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet at the top of this treble fan, and then chain 2 and a treble V. Now we are back around. We've executed a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet at the top of this last treble fan, chained 2, and now I'm going to execute a slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the 4th chain of the beginning treble V. Now we are going to slip stitch into this chain just under the chain. We need to make a beginning treble fan. So a beginning treble fan is chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4 chains, these 4 chains represent the treble. Chain 1 represents the chain 1 space, so we have a treble and a chain 1 space. Now we need to execute a treble. This is the beginning treble fan. Chain 1, treble. We have 3 trebles now. Chain 1, treble. This is our 4th treble. Chain 1, and this is our 5th treble. All right, there we have a beginning treble fan. Now we execute a chain 2, and you guessed it, we single crochet in the chain 3 space. Chain 2, and execute a treble 5 treble fan in this V. This repeat is so easy to remember. Let me get this 5 treble fan made. There we have a 5 treble fan, so you guessed it, chain 2, and single crochet in this chain 3 space that is at the top of this 5 treble fan. Let's execute that all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of the round, and we will begin round 35. We are at the end of round 34. We now have 2 rounds of treble 5 fans. Just finished this treble 5 fan and chained 2, and I need to join to the 4th chain of this beginning chain 5. One, two, three, four, 4th chain. Now I need to walk my yarn and my hook to this chain 1 space, this second chain 1 space. So I will slip stitch in the chain 1, slip stitch in the double crochet or treble. That's not a double crochet, that's a treble. And then slip stitch into this chain 1 space, chain 1, and single crochet in this chain 1 space, chain 3, and single crochet in the next chain 1 space, just as we did the previous round. You can see the repeat that is starting to happen. So now we'll chain 2 and treble V right here in this single crochet. So chain 2 and treble V. Chain 2. That was a treble, and this is a chain 2 and a treble. Chain 2, skip this chain 1 space and single crochet in this chain 1 space, chain 3, and single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 2, and treble V in the next single crochet, chain 2, skip this chain 1 space and single crochet in this chain 1 space, chain 3 and single crochet, and repeat that easy sequence all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of this round. We are at the end of round 35, and we'll be moving on to the last round, which is round 36, and round 36 is a repeat of round 32. So I've executed a treble V, chain 2, and I need to join to the beginning single crochet. Now I need to slip stitch into this chain 3 space, chain 1, and single crochet, chain 2, and a 5 treble fan right here in this V. After this round, we will work on the neckline. Neckline is optional, but I do recommend adding some ribbing on the neckline. There's 4. I need 1 more, so another chain 1, another treble, chain 2. I think you probably know this pattern by now. Then single crochet in the chain 3 space. Then chain 2, and another 5 treble shell right here. So let's execute that all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. Finishing the last round on the poncho, and doesn't the bottom of this poncho look beautiful? It is so much nicer in the puzzle yarn. You have your color gradations. It looks nice in a solid color. As you can see, the definition of the stitch is a little bit better. But let me go ahead and join. I've executed my last 5 double crochet shell, chained 2, and now I need to join with a slip stitch to this single crochet. And end off. I don't have my scissors. We'll imagine that I cut that yarn and then just pulled that, then weave in my ends. This is such a beautiful poncho. Now let's move on to the neckline. Now the neckline is beautiful. I love the stitching on this neckline. I call this the Overbrook stitching. There are quite a few designs I have that have this at the neckline. You don't have to add a neckline. This is just fine. But if you would like to add the neckline, you start by making a slip knot and putting that slip knot on your hook. Now it doesn't matter where you join. This will be the tail. This is my working yarn. So I hold, this is my tail, this is my working yarn. So I hold the working yarn and I slip into a stitch with the loop already on the hook, pull up a loop, and then make a single crochet. And that's the first single crochet made. That's how you attach with a single crochet. All right, so now I'm going to proceed to single crochet around the neckline. I need 74 single crochet stitches. So I don't really want to jump down in there and open up that hole. So I went ahead and put that single crochet in the chain. I try to make it so that my single crochet isn't just supported by one strand, that it is supported by more than one strand. So I would go down into that area right there. So you don't need to watch me single crochet all the way around the neckline, and I'm not sure that I could count and get 74, but I will crochet around this neckline and meet you at the end of the round, and I'll show you how to join and start executing the front post, back post, half double crochets. I have executed 74 single crochets all the way around the neckline. Now if you only have 72, that is fine. You need an even number. If you have 76, that is fine, but this neckline will not work the way I have it written if you have an odd number of stitches. So I need to join to this very first single crochet and then chain 2. This will count as a stitch. It will recess back and act as a back post half double crochet. So now I need to execute a front post half double crochet around this single crochet stitch. So front post is yarn over, go in through the front, come around from the back and come back to the front, yarn over, pull the yarn through. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now you're going to do a back post at the next stitch. So you come in from the back, around the front to the back, yarn over, pull through to the back. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Let's do that again. This next one is a front post. Go in from the front, go to the back, come back out the front, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we have the beginnings of a ribbed neckline. Let me do a couple more for you. The next one, this was a front one. So the next one is a back post. So go in from the back, around the front post, to the back, yarn over, pull through to the back, yarn over, pull through all 3. Let's do a front post again. So it's yarn over, in the front, around the back, back to the front, yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, pull through all 3. Now let's execute this all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of the round. I've executed the last front post half double crochet, and this chain 2 we join to the top of the chain 2, and remember it counts as a mock back post half double crochet. The second round you chain 2, this does count as a stitch, and then you start executing front post half double crochets and back post half double crochets all the way around. This is a type of ribbing that you can use in crochet. It's not as stretchy as knit ribbing would be, but it does look like ribbing a little bit. Let me make a few more stitches so that you can see the effect. Front post, back post, front post, and back post. There you go. And it kind of curls in. It looks really nice. All right, I'll meet you at the end of the round, and then we will be finished with this round puzzle poncho. So we are at the end of the second round of front post, back post stitches. Doesn't this look nice? You can add a third round if you'd like. I'm not going to. I don't recommend that, but you can if you'd like. I need to join to the second chain of that beginning chain 2 and end off, and we are finished. You have completed a round puzzle poncho if you have stuck with me to the end. It was so good to have you on my side of the mountain. I hope you'll come again soon. I hope you will check out the rest of my YouTube channel. It would be such a pleasure to have you visiting with me on my side of the mountain.